Thus, the Commission will continually work to create an enabling environment to support market innovations and integration of technology into the industry's operations. Furthermore, the NIC has taken the initiative to establish digital databases to support the underwriting of key compulsory insurances. The motor insurance database has been a big success in the motor insurance business. We are also pleased to announce that the marine and aviation insurance database is nearing completion and is expected to be operational this year. These databases aim at promoting fair market conduct and ease compliance with compulsory insurances. Ladies and gentlemen, in line with our commitment to innovation, the NIC has issued its Regulatory Sandbox Directive, which aligns with the provisions on innovative insurance licenses in the Insurance Act. The first cohort of 5 entities, innovators, have been admitted into the sandbox, providing them with a controlled environment to test innovative insurance solutions. Regulatory sandboxes are valuable tools used globally to assess the impact, risks, and nuances associated with new technologies and innovations without disrupting the market. By leveraging the sandbox, regulators can make informed decisions about the viability and potential benefit of innovative solutions. I would like to extend my sincere congratulations to the first cohort of innovators admitted into the sandbox, and I've met representatives of some of those firms here this morning. Move on, Insure. They're here. Move on. Yes, let's give them a round of applause. Yeah. FICTEC Limited. FICTEC, are you here? Okay. TGL Limited. Right. Welcome. ETAP. Is ETAP here yet? Welcome. And Red Pear Limited. Thank you. Your selection reflects the innovative potential of your solutions and your commitment to support the market with solutions that potentially will drive market growth and development. We therefore look forward with anxiety to the success of your innovations and the consequent impact on the growth of the industry. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the industry continues to face several challenges, including low penetration, inadequate tailored product for the informal sector, limited access to underserved markets, and issues of trust and confidence exacerbated by negative experiences with some insurers. Additionally, the widening protection gap is compounded by the increasing risks associated with climate change. Technology and innovation certainly have huge roles to play in finding effective solutions to these challenges. It is therefore imperative for boards and management of insurance companies to critically evaluate how technology and innovation can be leveraged to minimize fraud, quicken claim processing, improve data credibility, enhance customer experiences, and improve efficiency. As insurance companies invest in technology and its related infrastructure, cybersecurity risk management has become increasingly prominent, with far-reaching implications on operational resilience and safety. To help address the risk associated with the use of technology and information systems, the NIC issued a draft cybersecurity directive establishing minimum technology requirements for regulated entities. This directive aims to ensure that insurance companies are aware of their cyber vulnerabilities and have adequate safeguards in place. The industry has already provided valuable feedback on the draft, and the final directive will be issued in the next few days to provide minimum requirements for cybersecurity in the industry. Before I take my seat, I would like to express my appreciation to our very kind partners who have provided us with all the support and assistance we need to make this possible. The FSD Africa, represented here by my friend Elias Omondi. Shall we give him a round of applause? GIZ, represented by the head of programs here. Sir, thank you for all the support. And the UNDP, represented by Dr. Amina Samo here. Thank you for all the support and assistance. I would like to end by encouraging all participants to engage in open, productive, and constructive conversations and share their insight on how we can use technology and innovation to improve the insurance industry, overcome the challenges that inhibit our growth, and take the industry to where we want it to be. I wish all of us a very fruitful forum.
Globally, we are witnessing a transformation in the insurance sector fueled by digital innovation, particularly through the rise of InsurTech and FinTech solutions. In Ghana, as of 2023, insurance penetration stands at a modest 1.03%, which did not change that much, I think, over the last years. This reflects a significant gap in insurance coverage, especially for low-income individuals and MSMEs, leaving millions vulnerable to economic shocks and risks. But today, innovation is also paving the way for new opportunities. Across the globe, technology has revolutionized how industries operate, and the insurance sector is no exception. The emergence of InsurTechs, FinTechs, and also digital platforms has opened the door to new possibilities for delivering insurance products in ways that are more inclusive, affordable, and accessible. In Ghana, the inclusive insurance coverage has experienced significant growth, largely driven by mobile insurance, which leverages mobile network platforms. However, while these advances are promising, there's still immense room for further growth. New technologies such as AI and data analytics offer the potential to create innovative products that cater to the specific needs of MSMEs and low-income communities as well. These products can be made accessible and distributed through mobile platforms, digital wallets, and other tech-driven channels, helping to extend coverage to those previously excluded from the insurance landscape. However, the rapid adoption of digital solutions brings also new challenges. Cybersecurity threats are a growing concern, particularly as more individuals rely on digital platforms for their financial transactions. So as we embrace innovation, we must also be vigilant in addressing this risk, ensuring that the technology we deploy secure and the most vulnerable are protected from fraud and exploitation. It is essential that we strike a balance between driving innovation and safeguarding against the unintended consequences that can arise in the digital space. So, ladies and gentlemen, while technology offers tremendous potential, it is not the complete solution. To ensure meaningful impact, the products that are being developed must be designed with the realities of low-income individuals and MSMEs in mind. At GIZ, we recognize that financial inclusion is more than just providing access. It is also about empowerment. It is essential to build trust, provide consumer education, and ensure that the products that are developed are simple, transparent, and aligned with the needs of the people. The regulatory environment is another critical factor in the success of InsurTech innovation. So we are fortunate to have a strong partner in the National Insurance Commission, which has been proactive in supporting innovations that foster inclusion while ensuring consumer protection. And as it was just mentioned this morning, a regulatory framework that embraces flexibility and encourages innovation is key to unlocking the full potential of InsurTech and FinTech solutions. On this regard, we commend the insurance regulator for the forward-thinking introduction of the sandbox regime, a pivotal step in fostering innovation with the insurance sector. But these directives ensure that while innovation is encouraged, it is developed within a framework that prioritizes safety, transparency, and accountability. And this balance is crucial to ensuring that new products not only push the boundaries, of possibility, but also maintain the trust and confidence of consumers, especially those in underserved markets. So this forum is also part of our broader mission to promote inclusive finance in Ghana. And the German Federal Ministry for Economic Cooperation and Development is delighted to support initiatives that bring us closer to a future where no one is left behind, as the SDG dogma is stating it. The German government has been supporting Ghana's financial sector since 2006, with initial focus on financial literacy, consumer protection initiatives, and microinsurances, as well as improving the supervisory and regulatory framework within the sector. So today's forum, ladies and gentlemen, is not just an opportunity for discussion, it is also a call to action. As we explore the opportunities presented by technology and innovation, let us also commit to ensuring that insurance becomes accessible to every individual, every family, and every business, regardless of their income level or location. So at GIZ, we remain dedicated to this cause. We look forward to working with all of you, our partners, innovators, regulators, to transform the insurance landscape in Ghana and build a future where innovation drives inclusion and no one is left behind.
Yeah, it's quite a pleasure to be here. And again, it's a wonderful experience being in Ghana. I think, Mr. Ando, I need to be given residence in Ghana. I've been coming here more often than going to my village, which is quite tremendous. Now, we are really, really privileged to work with NIC, and again, standing with all protocols. I think if you look at this market, it is at that particular level of trajectory, and that's basically what I'd mentioned, that we have a regulator that is committed to see a clear transformation, not only by developing policies and I would say regulations, but really being the heartbeat of what this particular sector really thrives and intends to be. And that's what, as FSD Africa, we are really, really proud to work with partners, really look at intentionally creating the change that this particular country desires. Now, if you look at the continent of Africa and also here in Ghana, the median age is quite young. And if you look at our median age across the continent, we are talking about 19 years of age. Further than that, if you look at the pressures of urbanization, population growth, that basically means that there is need for us to think about solutions that will be transformative and provide not only the solutions, but also to address the needs and the problems that this particular continent faces. And if you bring that element together, then innovation becomes a critical lever to really cause that particular level of transformation. Further than that, we know that the continent is also faced by a number of challenges, from climate disasters to issues around societal pressures, particularly in different sectors, the health sector, the education sector. Then that basically means that there is need for us to really think about how then we can create that transformative change that this particular continent desires. And the sector that really stands to build and to enable that resilience is the insurance sector. And I believe that for the continent of Africa and also for this particular country to really succeed and provide the people and the planet and even the resources that this particular country has, insurance sits at a very critical center of really enabling that to happen. So if we are gathering here as an industry, I think the key thing will be for us to think about how then can we develop and create these solutions for the future. I didn't mention that when we hear regulators setting up regulatory sandboxes, most of the time, if you think about a sandbox, you'll think about it as an element to enable innovators to test their solutions. But also that works critically for the regulator at the same time, because the regulator at that particular point is trying to think about what are the future regulations. And that is what Sandbox enables the regulators to do. So when you see the National Insurance Commission setting up the Sandbox regulations, they are basically trying to ask themselves, what are the future regulations going to look like? And that's what they're doing. They're testing this regulation to see what changes does the sector requires. At the same time, then the industry have to use this particular opportunity to really think about what are the solutions that we can offer to the people on the ground. So we are really proud to work with the National Insurance Commission and other partners such as the GIZ and UNDP to cause this transformative change in terms of enabling new innovations to get into the market. Further than that, we've had issues around cybersecurity, and these are real issues whereby we really need to start thinking about beyond just really trying to create the transformative change. What are some of the risks that the sector will advently face? And issues around cyber risk are becoming more important to be within the insurance sector, but also within the financial sector. And that really means that we really need to see then how we guide our elements. We are currently having an ecosystem that is highly driven by solutions, and issues such as databases and sharing of data is critical for any industry to thrive. And when we hear initiatives such as motor insurance database, marine database, those are opportunities for us to think about how then we can build this particular sector and use our resources, particularly data, because the data is the new oil for the future. So we are really proud to see such initiatives being taken forward by the National Insurance Commission to create a transformation within the industry. There are 3 Ds that I always talk about: digitization, decarbonization, and decentralization. Those are 3 oils that will enable not only the insurance sector, but also the financial sector to thrive. So as an industry, we need to think about, are we digitizing not only our processes, but also our business models? And are we able to provide solutions to our customers that will enable not only product centricity, but also customer centricity? Because most of the time we kind of fall in love with products, and at the end we forget about how then we build the future for our customers. So as we kind of digitize, we really need to create a proper balance between product innovation and also think about customer innovation. The second element that I want to talk about is decarbonization. We all know what the world is facing, and there is a clear transition, not only through addressing issues such as greenhouse emissions, but also there's a strong opportunity for the insurance sector to provide insurance solutions for the green sector. So we are going to get a lot of tremendous resources around this particular space, and it's for all of us to start thinking about what are some of the solutions that we can generate. So green tech will be at the forefront. Issues around waste management will be at the forefront, but also just really enabling the world to transition towards more renewable energy will be elements that we need to take critically. The last thing is decentralization. We are living in a world whereby we are not going to have borders. And when we see elements such as the databases being created, then that means that we are going to decentralize our systems and ensure that we can operate as an industry. So I usually want to encourage the industry not only to think about unhealthy competition, but highly to collaborate within different aspects to ensure that we provide value to our customers. Lastly, I want to talk about the elements of innovation that, as FSD Africa, we are keen to support, because as an agency, we've been working on InnoLab, and we started this particular journey with NIC and GIZ a couple of years ago. I think this was happening from 2020, where we had our initial scope of InnoLab, and we supported 10 innovators. And I really thank the work that was done by our partners, the GIZ and NIC, to enable these innovators to get the rightful support within that particular accelerator program. And within that, then we were able to enable digital insurance, because we are trying to look at how then these solutions can be offered digitally, But also, I want to urge the industry to think beyond digital insurance. We know important these elements of embedded insurance that will also critically give you new business channels, whereby you are not only going to offer insurance solutions, but you really need to look at other partners that will enable you to offer these particular solutions. Lastly is issues around generative insurance. We all know what generative AI is gonna do. So for us to really to be at the forefront and to ensure that these particular technologies do not really leave us behind, generative insurance will be the insurance for the future, whereby you are not only going to interact with your customers, but your customers will interact with your products without your knowledge. So it will be important for us to go into that particular level, enable our businesses to offer generative insurance for the future of this particular industry. At the end is that we are here to be the change. As FSD Africa, we make finance work for Africa's future, and we look at creating ecosystems that will thrive and support not only the people in this particular continent, but also to ensure that this particular planet remains safe and really provides value to its citizens. So with the growth that we've seen in this market, I know we are talking about increasing not only the insurance landscape from 40% to 60% within 5 years. I know all of us should be able to lead this particular journey. Over the last couple of years, 5 years that we've run this particular program across the continent, we've supported 15 African regulators, which is very transformative. We've also really managed to work in 16 African countries. And out of that, this particular program has enabled access to around 3.6 million Africans to have access to insurance solutions. So as we think about the future, we know that over 3,000 people each and every year try to run away from Africa, crossing the Mediterranean to look for better opportunities in Europe. So the sector that should be able to support these elements is the insurance sector. So let us be the transformation and let us create the change that this particular continent desires. Thank you very much.
It is really a privilege to join this forum where the theme, the insurance industry, harnessing technology for growth. Trust me, I'm not much of a technology fan. I just like my 3310. Aligns with the transformative agenda of UNDP's Insurance and Risk Finance Facility. And here, I must comment GIZ, they are the pacesetters. We are only the last born, so I think we came into the market in 2022. It's at the heart of revolutionizing insurance solution, expanding access to protection for the most vulnerable, very, very vulnerable, and assessing innovation within the industry. Across the world, digital platforms, AI-driven analytics, and satellite data are reshaping risk assessments, underwriting, and claims processes. These technologies are improving efficiency and deepening customer engagement, particularly in underserved markets. In Ghana, as the insurance industry explores the potential of this advancement, it has the opportunity to drive greater financial inclusion with inclusive insurance, producing accessible and affordable coverage to people and businesses that previously have been excluded from traditional insurance models. And we say that's including the excluded. The UNDP Insurance and Risk Finance Facility, launched as part of the Sustainable Development Goals agenda, seeks to support countries in developing innovative insurance and financial mechanisms to build resilience against risk. Our focus is on creating sustainable insurance solutions that empower governments, businesses, and communities to better manage risks associated with climate change, disaster, and socio-economic shocks. I am excited to preview the UNDP's Insurance and Risk Finance Facility Innovatives Challenge, set to be launched soon, of course with the help of NIC. With the support, this initiative will encourage industry players, startups, and tech innovators to develop technology-driven solutions that address insurance gaps, enhance risk financing, and broaden the scope of inclusive insurance. The challenge will provide a platform for collaboration between insurers, tech developers, and policy experts, driving innovations such as parametric flood risk insurance models, mobile-based micro-insurance products, and blockchain solutions for claim transparency. It will also be an opportunity for Ghana insurance industry to be part of the UNDP's Global Insurance Innovation Community. We are organizing this challenge in more than 20 countries across Africa, Asia, and Latin America. The winners of this challenge in Ghana will benefit from innovation and best practices being implemented globally. We view this innovation challenge as an opportunity to leverage collective expertise. This industry leadership is integrating technology with insurance will not only drive growth, but also build resilience for those at the front line of climate risk and economic uncertainty. The UNDP is committed to providing technical support and resources to ensure that the winning solutions from this challenge can be scaled up and implemented effectively within Ghana's insurance ecosystem. In conclusion, as we reflect on the theme of this forum, I encourage all of us to think beyond traditional boundaries of insurance. Together, by embracing technology and innovation, we can create a more inclusive, resilient, and thriving insurance market in Ghana. Thank you as we look forward for the discussions and partnership we forge. Thank you.
Let me add my voice to the commendation of our regulator for driving innovation. Really, most regulators in the past were the ones who would stop you from innovating, who would want to put the blocks in, the things they don't understand, they don't want you to touch. But I believe the way to go is the way the NIC is going, where we provide a regulatory sandbox, provide a guidance to be able to allow the thinking, the innovations to happen. Because the regulation for today cannot be the models that we have used in the past. In the telecom, in the mobile financial service sector, we say that you can't use 1G regulation to want to regulate 6G and all the new things that are happening. So going this way of driving innovation whilst providing the guide rails to ensure that we still can control what it is that we're doing is really the way to go. And I think that NIC and the likes of SEC and the likes of BOG need to be commended for this way of doing things. It's a fact that mobile money and mobile networks have revolutionized financial inclusion in Ghana, with over 40 million mobile subscribers and 40 million mobile connections. We have unique opportunities to leverage these platforms to drive insurance penetration. We need to ensure that we deepen the ability of our people to be able to purchase micro-insurance policies using the digital platforms where they can speak to the device, in their local languages, tell them what their challenges are, tell them what their opportunities are, tell them what it is that they are doing, their farming activities, their trading activities, their fishing activities, and then be able to get the systems working using all the digital platforms to be able to craft the best policies for them. And this is the future that we all need to be looking up to. To achieve this, collaboration between the EMI and the insurance industries will be crucial. By working together, we can develop tailored insurance products for the underserved, utilize the mobile channels for efficient premium payments and collections, use these channels to also be able to explain sometimes a complex insurance products for our people, enhance customer engagement through these digital platforms, leverage data analytics for risk assessment and policy pricing. Regulatory collaboration is also very important. So we would urge the NIC to work closely with BOG, with SEC, and other stakeholders to create an enabling regulatory environment which focuses on the challenges that confront us as Ghanaians and Africans. Key areas of regulatory focus that I would suggest are clear guidelines on mobile insurance distribution, on the back of our Ghana card, simplify the KYC processes for digital onboarding, and then harmonization of data protection standards. For us, the EMI Chamber of Ghana, we commit to facilitating partnership between the EMIs and the insurance industry, and also bringing along all the fintechs and all the techs within the space. Two, we would advocate for supportive policies and regulations that would help us to collaborate a lot more. And then we'll push promoting digital literacy and financial inclusion. We would also work together with the mobile money agents in collaboration with the insurance industry to drive the last mile distribution. How do we ensure that they can also understand the nuances of the insurance industry and then be able to offer these products because they provide a critical interface between the customer and industry. I like Elias's 3Ds. Digitalization, and you can understand that because of the industry I work in, and decentralization as well. But you can understand that I would love decarbonization. I would love decarbonization. Well, yes, let me burst your bubble. We're cutting down the trees. We're destroying the surface, the vegetation on the surface. And we're looking for some elusive thing we call gold. And so, as we talk about decarbonization, the first thing we should be talking about is that let's make sure that the trees that we have, we can save them. Otherwise, all the green tech solutions would die. And sadly, our water is at turbidity of 14,000 NTUs. We're using polymer, which is used in treating wastewater, to treat our waters now. So the insurance industry, you also have a role to play. We need to save ourselves. We need to save our today for tomorrow. So there's a role we have to play. And how can technology play that? How can green tech also play that? So let's harness the power of technology and make insurance more accessible, affordable, and convenient for Ghanaians.
Our recent survey indicated that mobile money uptake is about 95%. From our side, how do we leverage on that angle? Thank God I speak after the president of the EMI chamber. The mobile money is driving. How do the other sectors of the finance also play a role, like the insurance premium being paid through mobile money, among other things, and claims also being paid through mobile money, so that that interface will be there and the human interface will also be removed. For the insurance sector in Ghana, various strides have been made in achieving and adapting technology and innovation Notable among them are the use of mobile money to access microloans, the subscription of insurance via mobile money, and the use of GPS property insurance to prevent moral hazard, among others. Indeed, the insurance industry is not left in this advancement. The industry has effort and bring insurance to the doorstep of individuals by increasing insurance penetration, though still hovering around 1%, but it's better. This has been through the development of online platform, mobile apps, and the social media for direct sales and tailored policies by insurers to consumers and other segments. To overcome the challenges and harness the potential of technology collaboration between government, industry, and other financial sector regulators, we must all work together and close the digital divide, strengthen our cybersecurity framework, and also create a regulatory environment that fosters innovation without compromising our security. I am confident that this discussion will generate a valuable insight and strategy to navigate a rapid evolving landscape and position Ghana as a leader in digital financial services. Thank you for your attention.
Commissioner, National Insurance Commission, and standing on all protocols, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am honored to address you today as we explore the critical topic of leveraging technology for growth in Ghana's insurance sector. Today, we stand at the face of innovation, where Ghana's insurance sector is rapidly embracing digitalization to revolutionize service delivery and customer engagement. Technology is reshaping the way we engage customers, assess risk, streamline processes, and assess the critical risks that face the insurance sector. From artificial intelligence and business and big data analytics to blockchain, we witness a technological revolution that is fundamentally altering our landscape. Ghana's insurance sector is experiencing a remarkable shift towards digitalization, driven by demand for more accessible and customer-centric services. Innovations like mobile insurance platforms, digital claims processing, and AI-driven underwriting are transforming traditional practices, enhancing operational efficiency, and promoting financial inclusion. This surge in AI adoption reflects the industry's proactive approach to integrating advanced technologies that enhance efficiency and customer experience. However, with great opportunity comes great risk and responsibilities. The rapid adoption of digital solutions necessitates a firm commitment to cybersecurity development, particularly in protecting sensitive information and critical infrastructure. The insurance industry, like many others, has faced significant challenges in recent years. However, amidst these challenges lie great opportunities to innovate and reimagine our operations. Let us consider the role of big data. With vast amounts of information generated every day, insurers can now analyze customer behavior, preferences, and risk factors more accurately than ever before. This data-driven approach allows us to offer personalized products tailored to individual needs, ultimately improving customer satisfaction and loyalty. By harnessing predictive analytics, we can not only better assess risk, but also enhance our underwriting processes, leading to more informed decision and reduced losses. However, as we move forward, we must remain mindful of the challenges that accompany technological advancements. Data privacy and cybersecurity must be at the forefront of our efforts. As we gather more data and rely on technology, we must ensure that we protect our customers' information and maintain their trust. Implementing robust cybersecurity measures and adhering to regulatory standards will be critical as we navigate this landscape. As custodians of sensitive data, insurance companies are integral to maintaining the stability of Ghana's digital economy. By collaborating with the CSA and other stakeholders, insurance companies can enhance their cybersecurity posture and mitigate operational disruptions. The establishment of frameworks such as the Computer Emergency Response Teams further strengthens Ghana's cybersecurity resilience, enabling a coordinated approach to incident response. As we navigate the digital landscape, I urge all insurance companies to prioritize the protection of critical information infrastructure within their operations. This is not merely a regulatory obligation, but a vital responsibility that ensures the resilience and integrity of our national digital economy. The CII Directive, launched by the CSA in 2021, provides baseline cybersecurity measures for the protection of CII. Insurance companies further need to adhere to the following measures: to implement baseline cybersecurity requirements, which are stated in the Directive for the Protection of CII, to significantly reduce vulnerabilities and protect sensitive data. Also, engage in capacity building activities where they are built, basically their skills are improved on cybersecurity activities. And also these initiatives are designed to equip industry personnel with relevant knowledge and skills necessary to ensure digital infrastructure is secured. Establish a culture of cybersecurity, where we foster a culture of cybersecurity within our organization. Encourage continuous learning and awareness among the employees and the importance of safeguarding critical systems and information. Collaborate with cybersecurity experts. So we encourage the insurance companies to engage with licensed and accredited cybersecurity service providers and professionals. Their expertise is essential in strengthening your organization's cybersecurity framework and incident response capabilities. And also, regularly review and update your security protocols. So we encourage insurance organizations to conduct regular audits and assessments on your cybersecurity measures. Continuous evaluation ensures that your systems remain robust against emerging threats and vulnerabilities. To conclude, the integration of technology in Ghana's insurance industry presents vast opportunities for growth. Let us harness the power of technology responsibly, ensuring our advancements are backed by robust cybersecurity measures for a secure and resilient industry. Thank you very much.
There's also another BEMA InsurTech Accelerator Program, and there's a participant that the NIC nominated to participate in it. Hopefully, the session would end at the end of this October in Monrovia, where the prize award will be given. In terms of the Insurance Act, there are key provisions in the new Insurance Act, Act 1061, that seeks to drive the implementation of innovative insurance license. Now, the innovative insurance license, if you look at sections 40, 110, and 211, there are key provisions that support the implementation of a sandbox regime. That regime is temporal. It's not a permanent license. That regime is temporal. It allows for you to test your innovation in a limited framework so that the regulator would do a judgment call as to whether that innovation can support market growth and so on. And it is open to insurance companies, insurance brokers, and InsurTechs. InsurTechs or persons who provide insurance technology to support the insurance value chain. Next slide. So what is a sandbox? A sandbox is a playground, basically, but it is an artificial environment that the regulator creates to allow for limited testing of innovative solutions, solutions that can bring about change. So, for example, when you are looking at the challenges that we talked about, low perception, poor perception about insurance, low access to insurance, low insurance penetration, the customer experience. If you have a technology, a solution that is different from what we have in mainstream regulation, you are allowed to bring that solution if it is assessed and validated to be a solution that can drive any of these things that I've mentioned, then you may be admitted to play in that sandbox. And so in that sandbox environment, it is open to insurance companies, it is open to insurance brokers, it is also open to entities that provide that technology solution. And I think I have to buttress the point that it is open to insurance companies, it is open to insurance brokers. It is open to insurance brokers that want to play in that space. In terms of what happens, what objective are we seeking to achieve? The objective is to look at the key pillars that drive the development of the insurance market. Whether you are talking about improving access, how to get insurance to the underserved market, people lower in the pyramid, how do you get insurance to the poor, and so on. If you look at traditional insurance, the way traditional insurance is done, the appetite to be able to get insurance, especially micro, to low-income people, is a challenge. And so we are seeking to use technology as an enabler to reach the unserved market. We have FinTech, Festus is here, and then Ibrahim of ETAP is also here. So this is just to give them 2 minutes each to briefly tell us what their solution is about and the kind of partnership that they have. Thank you. So start with Fred.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. My name is Alfred Ludwig Kisiri. I work with RedPair, and I'm the co-founder of RedPair. Now, over the years, RedPair has been supporting the insurance companies with a very simple solution. That is leveraging on WhatsApp to be able to distribute insurance products. And we feel that when it comes to insurance, it's a bit different, okay? And there is a need for easy accessibility to the products. Well, we're not saying that building more apps is not good. And we also integrated payment solutions on WhatsApp. So you could literally buy an insurance policy on WhatsApp where you have automatic underwriting by a bot, and then you can make payments using mobile money or Visa card, all on WhatsApp. And then you have your documents being issued on WhatsApp. So there's no need for the customer to walk into your office for a policy. And this is what we've introduced in the market, and this is what we entered the sandbox with, which the NIC felt that, look, it will also increase the innovation in the market. So currently we have what we call an aggregator solution sitting on WhatsApp, where a customer can decide to select any insurance company that they want to work with on the WhatsApp platform and insure their product with it. So we currently have 3, Hollard, Vanguard, and Star Assurance on that. Thank you.
Thank you. So the next is move on.
So we believe that to increase insurance penetration in the space is pretty much to make sure insurance policies are affordable and then the pricing is basically right.
Thank you. Move on. The next is ETAP.
Morning, everyone. My name is Ibrahim Babalola. I am Canadian Nigerian, and I can confirm that Ghanaian jollof is the best jollof. Now that we're all on the same page with that. I'm CEO at ETAP. ETAP is an acronym. It means easy as taking a picture, because we believe that insurance in Africa should feel as easy as taking a picture. As a continent, we're still a bit far from achieving that, but I'd say that thanks to forward-thinking regulators like the Ghanaian NIC, we're very much on the way there. So I'd like us to give the acting commissioner and happy to run the report for this. In Nigeria, we're Canadian headquartered, and we're trying to do this across Africa. We've done this in Nigeria with ETAP, where we have, I believe, the most powerful mobility insurance product on the continent. Today, we've done over 3 million insured trips. We have the fastest claims process in Nigeria. We actually do instant claims, leveraging advanced technology. We believe that insurance should fit your lifestyle. So we've also been able to figure out flexible coverages, right? If I just need to insure my car or my truck or my keke, for a week, for a month, am I able to do that without going through a credit process? So we're doing a little bit differently from Move On by actually, making the coverage flexible. More importantly, insurance is also not a product that sends dopamine to your brain, right? It's a grudge purchase. Matter of fact, every time you remember it, it's either money has gone out of your pocket or something bad has happened to you. So, it doesn't, if you think of WhatsApp, you're probably thinking of like message that you sent to a loved one. Netflix, you're thinking of, Netflix, you're thinking of a show that you watched, right? But insurance doesn't do that. We've sort of reinvented that, and I'm hoping that at some point today we'll be able to show you how we've done this. We've reinvented that in a way where we have a daily touch point with the customer, right? We're able to show you your driving behavior, how you're accelerating, how you're braking, how you're turning, if you're texting and driving, and using all that information that we're collecting from your mobile phone, because we're not using any hardware device, and using the information that we're collecting from your mobile phone and translating it into data, right, that reprices your risk and enables us to be able to give you transparent, personalized pricing. More importantly, we also gamified it. Every time you don't drive like a lunatic, you get points that you can spend at the grocery store. You get points that you can spend at the petrol station. So insurance then becomes something that is fun. You're also able to compete with other people on who's a safer driver on the road, etc., etc. Everything end-to-end is done on your mobile phone, including claims. In Nigeria, we built a network of repair centers that allowed us to be able to process claims instantly. The promise from the insurer to the insured is that you're going to be returned to status quo. And it means that you're going to be returned to the status quo, in as quickly as possible, right? Because we have a network of repair centers that we onboarded, accredited, and are part of our digitized process, such that when a customer makes a claim, we get a notification, the customer gets a notification, the repair center gets the notification and can contact the customer immediately. The claims process becomes a lot faster and a lot more efficient, and obviously, increases the trust between the insured and the insurer. We've done all that and a lot more, and we'll be doing that in the Ghanaian markets with the support of the NIC. Thank you. In partnership with others, I should say that. In partnership.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So, these three will meet the media, right?
I remember about 6 years ago, I spoke at the National Brokers Association, and I was talking about the fact that technology was going to be really critical in driving insurance penetration. And it is gratifying to note that when the EMI chamber was formed and we had a meeting with Mr. Ando, the acting commissioner for NIC, he had raised the fact that, they had started the regulatory sandbox, and which I thought was the way to go, because you needed to get technology innovation evolving from here. So we move away from the situation where we are always a consumer of technology. You needed to get the young people around who would take the challenges that confront us and be able to craft solutions for them. They understand our local context. They also know the technology. How do you do it in such a way that you can provide some guide rails within which they would work? So I believe that this is a perfect thing that the NIC is doing, that you would begin to, and if you see the 5 or 6 InsurTechs that have been, the interesting ideas that in the past, the insurance companies being very conservative would not be touching. Now they are allowing them to go into the sandbox, be able to do all the experimentations within the confines of that in such a way that you are sure that, there's customer protection, there's data protection, all the other protective things are being done, but you are allowing them to really be able to innovate and come up with solutions. And I'm also happy about the fact that the sandbox is not only open to just Ghanaian enterprises, but you are seeing other enterprises from other African countries come into the space, and they will develop products that will not only be for Ghana, will not only be for Africa, but you also will be able to take advantage of that. And so for us from the EMI Chamber, we believe that's the way to go. And there has to be a lot of collaboration between us, between other tech companies, within, and then the insurance companies, to be able to ensure that we are able to actually increase the insurance penetration and deal with some of the challenges that that confront us as a people.
We still have a chunk of the population who are not tech savvy, and insurance policies usually are supposed to target the poor. How do we ensure that these people embrace this solution?
So again, this is where technology comes in, because the way technology is, when I was back in school, when we were learning tech, when they were teaching you COBOL, they were teaching you Fortran and all of that, you were doing the DOS, it was very rudimentary. Now you've gotten to the point where you could have insurance that my grandmother in Chame, for example, can take the phone, speak to the phone, use her biometrics and all of that, be able to tell the things that she needs. Also, because of the issues of mobile money, if she's doing business and she's using mobile money to receive a payment, you actually can track in terms of her, her finances, and be able to actually model things for him. So what is going to happen is that technology is rather going to make, these complex insurance policies very understandable, and you also be able to take advantage of big data, the analytics, all the AIs and all of that, to be able to gather data and then be able to tailor-make products, based on the needs of the people, whether they are able to write your English or not. They understand their pain, they will be able to articulate it to you, and then you'll be able to deal with it.
Ghana is a very important market for us as a development agency, and our role is really to increase and close the protection gap. So ideally what we are trying to do, working with a partner like NIC, is to come up with instruments that will enable us close that protection gap that is in Ghana. Flooding becomes a major issue in most part of this country, and we believe that insurance solutions can really enable these communities that are always exposed to these particular challenges to be protected from such disasters. So we are working with NIC to come up with regulations that will support growth of innovative solutions, at the same time really bringing in innovators into this particular space. So as FSD Africa, what we've been doing is trying to support innovators through funding, through providing them with technical skills, through really connecting them to different partners in a way that they are going to provide solutions for the Ghanaian market. We've supported so far 14 innovators. And one of the innovators that we did support emerged as a winner in Africa, providing solutions for this particular, for people in this particular country. So we will continue working closely to support not only the insurance sector in Ghana, but also to devise ways in which we can enable regulations that will advance appreciation of insurance in this particular country. We are happy that this year we've gotten 5 innovators that have gone through our program as FSD Africa, being admitted into the regulatory sandbox, but also we've worked closely with providing technical assistance to NIC to develop this particular regulation. So as a development agency, we are looking into continually working with the market and providing these particular solutions for the advancement of a more protected Ghanaian sector.
When we talk of insurance, we are looking at premiums.
Yep.
Okay? Now with the solutions, I would like to know that will the cost of the solutions be having an impact on the premium, and for that matter affect the consumption or the local people out there?
Yeah, so affordability is a major issue, particularly when it comes to insurance solutions. And what we've seen the innovators doing is kind of trying to close the administration of these particular solutions. And that really cuts costs by even over 30%. Over 50% of most of the insurance premiums is taken through administration, which basically means that the cost of benefit that these particular customers intend to get is quite small. So with advanced technology, we are going to ensure that this particular product become more affordable, and with technology we can reduce the cost of premiums by around 30%, which will be tremendous and will enable people to to afford these particular solutions. Apart from that, then access becomes a major issue. Because innovation will enable people to access this particular solution. So we believe that we are going to increase that percentage, whereby we talk about 40% of the Ghanaians have some form of protection to around 60%, which is a dream that NIC is looking to achieve.
I'll do one last one for you. You did touch on cybersecurity in your speech. How critical is this, looking at the fact that you're trying to make such a critical player, insurance, migrating into a digital platform?
Yeah, so with the move towards technology and use of digitized platforms, cyber becomes a very major issue. So from an insurance sector perspective, we see a lot of solutions going to address cyber risks because customers will be accessing these particular products digitally, the companies will be accessing these particular customers digitally, and with the data being a key component in all these transactions, then there's need to protect these companies from cyber attacks and also issues that will basically deny service to these customers that are going to use the digital platforms. Apart from that, what we see the insurance industry providing cyber insurance. So we kind of see it in two fronts, whereby the sector will be protected from cyber attacks, at the same time the sector providing solutions such